Hey, Michael, this is Ryan. I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from. I want you to know that I didn't mean to throw all this on your shoulders. There were just a few things that came up, and I just didn't have the time for the night shift anymore. Anyway, a pity party won't get you through your first night. Henry wanted me to give you a quick rundown of how everything works, so get ready. For starters, you can access the surveillance cameras on the monitor in front of you. Go ahead and pull them up. Great. Here, you'll be able to monitor the entrances and the animatronic characters. Some of these cameras are pretty dark, so I ended up messing with that old flashlight system the previous owner had in the diner. I jerry-rigged it to the camera. There should be a button on the bottom right of the screen. Why don't you give it a press? Can't tell you how many times it saved my life. I mean, job. Saved my job. Okay. Well, anyway, you should also know about the power saving procedure that the building undergoes during morning hours. You'll notice lights flickering, electrical noises, and even sometimes short outages. Don't get nervous when back at the old diner, but here something feels off about them. And let me tell you, despite whatever reassurance Willie might try to give you, those things get aggressive after hours. They've trashed the place multiple times when I was on night duty, and I almost lost my job because of it. Anyway, I learned the hard way that the Freddy mask won't fool them. You know that Fox character I was talking about, Foxy the Pirate? The one they decommissioned back at the diner? He's going to either stare right into one of your cameras or stare at you right down the hallway. Those older models have always